third map. It is live. Admirable, take it away.
I've got some constructive criticism here. Somebody says huhy needs to stop showing a scout getting health when there's a fight going on, but there is a fight going on DGC right now. It's at middle, and I think that was Turbo Monkey, but it's going to be Rib versus Numlock. Not really doing much damage with these stickies, but definitely zoning each other out now. Here comes the big plays. What will the soldiers do? Mike jumps up just to control the ground up top, and so does Mitzi. Both Epsilon soldiers given free rein up there. No scouts are challenging them, and they've done a lot of damage. Mike drops down into the ramp, into the kitchen there. He picks up the small med pack and then pops out, but the positioning is just so much.
From Zebasai coming in through kitchen in about 5 seconds.
Down as well.
Yeah, they don't have anyone to actually shoot out with this. It's Mike and Numlock. Mike drops down. Crits is going to be a waste here. Mirlin eats a ton of damage. Just Numlock alive. Those long-range crits not going to connect from the demo or the scout. Numlock just runs away. Crits advantage will be in favor of Mirlin once again, and that's such an aggressive play, but it has worked so well for them. It won them that cap last time.
Yeah, it seemed to think they'd already won middle, but the crits was a good insurance policy. I didn't see exactly how Nox went down. I'm sure you did, DGC. I was just reading on the ETF2L forum today how DGC always spots everything. He's an amazing caster. Oh, my bleeding heart. Did they not know that I'm caster of the season, DGC? What the hell?
3 times raining, but Tech got a very aggressive bomb in, managed to get on top of Nox in the end of the fight there. Tech actually, in his pregame, in the scrims, the PCWs against BFF was going for some very early bombs, but here delayed it a little bit. We see that Epsilon are actually rotating a lot. They've gone into the sawmill here as Broder trying to take this point. Crits are going to be popped off. They've got nothing with it so far. Walter's going to die. Numlock is going to eat that sticky from Rib. That is enough. Mirlin will die. Nox is at 71%. He's going to eat that sticky of Rib. He's dead. He's down. It's just Shocky alive. He gets physical on the Rib, but will it matter? Cookie is on the pursuit. He is going up top left. He drops down to chase Shocky. The spawns are not quite coming here. Shocky has no idea where the aggression is coming from because it's just not. There goes Cookie on the point. Tech with the big headshot onto Walter. Yeah, it had to come eventually, folks. I can't go cancel that one.
The
headshot. But that is 1-0 to Broder. They started off strong. Are they going to be on crits again? Yes, they are. Mirlin going with what's worked.
Epsilon looking a little bit shaky here. Momentum is with Broder. Quite often we see Epsilon maybe lose a middle or two and then adapt, so now I'm looking for the big change up here. Will Nox manage to stay alive, or will both soldiers leave him again? Do see again the soldiers trying to dominate that high ground, and really Broder are just happy for that to happen. Put a lot of pressure onto Numlock here, keeping him back, allowing Rib to move forward onto the point. Tech does go down, having the bomb in here to take the pressure off, but the position is just good for Broder. They're working their way slowly but surely across the point, keeping Numlock busy and dealing with those soldiers eventually.
Oh, Zeb wanted that crit so bad, but it never came. Mike's going to be the only kill so far. Nox has his Uber up. They're going to move aggressively. Rib doesn't know where they are. The Uber's going to be popped off. Rib will get a kill on a Shocky before dying here. Mirlin has made it out as well, so that is huge. And the double back cap, both scouts are here. Epsilon only 2 alive. They have committed so deep here. Will this be a second round? 1 scout, that is Bibbin, is going to go in and eat the damage from the soldier. Nox is going to try and make it out. Here goes Cookie's plus forward as well. Numlock is there for the support. Numlock is extended on his rep. The soldier Tech is coming in through the cheese. Eats a big pill and a sticky and is going to die. Woo!
Yeah, that was just sensational crits there from Rib, finding all those players behind the Ubered players. Superb, and Shocky calling for a pause here after the round. I wonder, is it one of those tactical pauses we see from teams like Crack Clan where they just pause to have a good old chin wag and sort out their problems? But we will see.
Jibber-jabbering, Mirlin went down to Mike's bomb there, so that's not very good for Broder. With what we've seen from Broder so far, though, I'd honestly not be surprised if we see a double back cap attempt here. We're going to take it over to the Broder columns and see what they have to say for themselves.
Do you see them? I'm on normal.
Hello?
I got you,
We got 10%.
Come for me, come for Bluff Scout. Where are you?
I'm going to room.
One left.
They're not pushing it yet.
Okay.
Demo
In my lobby. I will get a buff now. Yeah, come.
We got 40. They called it.
Bottom, everybody.
Stay a bit.
Yeah, jumped. Come to me.
I'm going
stay
last.
alive.
Let's take a pipe.
Okay, Cookie's on last. Block this guy.
Hold on,
Block,
block
block,
it.
block.
Nothing on last.
Blockage.
Block, guys, block.
Going.
Jump.
Going.
No! I jump.
Damn.
Demo it.
Medic weak.
I'm coming from lobby.
Yeah, medic weak's under, I think.
Squid
It's
is
50 HP or
30 HP.
I can't find him.
Yeah, it's fine. Keep sniping, Tech.
Wow. So very close, but Epsilon did a great job of cleaning up that contest. Cookie was alone at last, would have had it if they could have stayed on her for a millisecond longer. Wow.
Audible pain there, DJC. That just put the hairs up with my back. That sounded painful for Broder. They have been forced back here, but they still have a sniper. Zebo making that call. They're going to play defensive based on that. And it will be interesting to see how Epsilon want to deal with that. They're going to stack that right side. Everybody's coming through. They're not playing a single person on the flank.
Not only do they have a sniper, they have two. Tech's gonna headshot Walters. Cookie's in the forward respawn here. He is scoping out the upper. Mitzi and Numlock are gonna die to that sticky trap from Rib. The Uber's been popped off onto Shocky and Mike, but are they really gonna do anything? Rib is in good position with Numlock down. There's not much to happen here. Actually, we see the flank coming out from that scout. Bibbin is in lower, takes down Shocky. Mike is dead. Where is Nox? He has made it out to middle. He is already on his side. He is running out through the lower. Walters is spawned, but 100% for Mirlin. This is Uber. They are pushing with a sniper, and sniper is so effective moving into the second point.
Thanks for pointing that out, DJC. I have just updated my PicMap settings so I can actually see the class icons on the spectator HUD. Good to know. 2 snipers, okay. And it's going to be a big Uber advantage here for Maryland. We do see Mike hiding here, work the flank on his own. The Uber comes in very early. Nox goes down. Big pipe there from Rib, denies his escape on the bottom. There's plenty of Epsilon players in position now. Maryland's down. Bibbin, Cookie and Rib as well. Tech last man alive as sniper here. And they did get that medic pick, but they just got destroyed by everybody else, DJC.
Yeah, and that's just bad for Broder. We'll see what Nox does here. Right now he's on Uber sitting in his own spawn. Mirlin has got his spawn as well. Mirlin's actually going to come out with this advantage because Nox is getting the forward. No crits creek from either side. The late spawns come for Broder with no heals. Epsilon are going to try and put this in through lower right now. We'll see if it really does anything for them. Broder should be contesting this. They know heals are not there. They need to spam this right now. Rib is peeking out. He's getting good damage onto that scout. Numlock is alone, aggressive on the point. Bibbin is rushing onto him. He is down to the cleanup from Cookie. Mirlin dead to Mike though. The big flank coming in here, and now Broder have lost their heals as well. Their health is not good. They have to back this up to last. They are down on Uber. It has swung to a 40% advantage to Epsilon.
Yeah, Zebo's sort of stranded out there, a little bit disillusioned with how that panned out. Eventually goes down. His medic's about to spawn now in 2 seconds, but already Nox sitting on 45% here. And Epsilon might even want to try and start making a little bit of a play here on this usually quite undefended left side in the attacking perspective. Most teams stacking that defense on the right side. You can sometimes work picks over there, but Broder are wise to their game. They're going to keep everybody over on the right side. With that heavy, they're just going to play around him, try and weather the storm here when this Uber comes in the next 10 seconds, I would imagine, DJC.
Yeah, and in that next 10 seconds, we're going to be hearing Zebasai, Mirlin, and Rib. We're going to hear the call.
Soldier, do you know him? Second soldier. Mate, soldier and me, I'm down. Soldier 200.
7 weak on floor.
I'm down.
Unlucky.
Damn.
Our middles are good.
Yeah.
I will jump from top left this time.
Okay.
So Tech's going to move from top left on this next middle. There was not much they were going to do. No Uber versus Uber, but Broder tried their best to make a valiant defense ads.
Yeah, it was tough whenever Merlin went down so early. And this is, I'll talk about it later, but it's a push that Epsilon like to do onto last. But anyway, I'm waiting for that big Tech bomb. They're trying to get aggressive here. Both soldiers from Broder walking in up top and taking a lot of damage. They probably just want to get out right now. But they're going to stay in, and it's pride before a fall, it looks like here, as they lose 3 players. They will get out with their medic. Epsilon not really in position to give chase just yet, but some soldiers are going to jump in. They might be able to stall them out long enough. The crits comes in, Rib onto Mitzi. There's a little fight going on here between Cookie and Mike, but our boy Tony comes out on top. Tony from Finland there, managing to hold off the wave of soldiers. But it's going to be a full Uber charge here for Nox, and the surprise of the crits has been given away, DGC. We missed another one. We're terrible at this.
I was going to call it, but I'm accepting someone's trade.
Sure
He wants me to craft him a black box. Shout out to Lone Wolf for his DJC fandom. To that as soon as we finish calling this. Mirlin has actually stayed on crits. They're playing up top right now. They're confident they can defend against this Uber push from Epsilon and keep their medic alive, and then re-crits into 2. If it works out, it could swing this round entirely. We're down to 20 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Mike is trying to move in through the lower. Epsilon are playing this very safely. Look at Cookie's hiding spot. He is staring at a wall in the corner outside of Sawmill. It's so hard to see that spot. He's actually going to move right now. I think they know it's coming though. I think Cookie's going straight for the back up, and they're going to crits onto this. No, Cookie's going to come back to the fight. They haven't forced the Uber. They still have their crits. What can they do here? Cookie's moving in on the point. Going to eat that damage. Goes down. The crits actually gets dropped there in the end. Nox forced it off. There's 3 alive. Tech is on Sniper. Cookie is on the lower right now, fighting. Bibbin makes a kill onto Shocky happen. Tech is alive, the only one there at point. Has to solo 3 people. Is going to take down Mike in the end, but can't even get to point. He is done. That is 2-1 in favor of Epsilon.
Yeah, big shot from Tech there. Nice air onto Mike. And that's 2 rounds without response from Epsilon. They've adapted. They seem to be able to handle Broder now, and I'm really wondering what Broder are going to do. They tried to go aggressive in the last middle, were immediately shut down by that spam. I feel like if they play it a little bit slower, they might have more of a chance, but right now we do see Rib trying to get quite aggressive, moving past the crate there, almost onto the point. And Soldier goes up for Zebasai, gets instantly focused down. He does manage to survive, but he's super weak, but that's enough distraction for Cookie and Tech to go and get 2 big frags. Mike and Walter's going down. Nox has managed to get out. I think he realised that one was going badly. DJC, what exactly did you see happening in the middle?
Not a whole lot, honestly. Broder just had such low health. Tech got a ton of damage on his initial jump, but never got cleaned up in the end, and keeping your roamer alive on a mid like Snake Order is huge. Zebasai is getting a ton of damage, taking a ton as well. Uber is going to be popped off on him, and he has forced a lot of multiing. Right now, Nox is actually caught out. They're trying to body block. It's not going to happen. Mitzi is going to die. Zebasai is by far the better Uber. Tech is coming in the lobby here. Numlock is caught out a bit as well, down to 81. Will hit a pipe to take down Zebasai with Walters' aid, but with him and Walters down, it might not matter too much. Broder want to push this in. They're up 5 players to 3. It's 2-1. They're getting a lot of spam off. Nox is going to just kill himself, or did he crater an inch off the ground? Rib's going to throw a pipe into that soldier's face, tries to make it 2. He will. That is a round, a quick retaliation for Broder, and I think for this next middle, we're going to want to hear Broder's comms ads.
Yeah, they got punished.
Yeah. Too
This
fast,
is really exciting.
Too fast. Nice. Slow down Zebo now.
Demo hit 50.
Solid up.
Kitchen.
I'm going left. Straight up
The
right.
scouts come to me. Go. Nice. Go.
Took 50.
I'm
I'm
down.
down.
Grad,
Scout
grad.
on me.
It's good weak.
Scout
Grad
on.
Valen,
Get the
grad
scout
I'm
on
behind
me.
them.
Get the scout on me.
Ah,
Mid
Don't
took cement.
wake.
unlucky.
Are you behind him?
Zeb's hiding in kitchen.
Kitchen.
I'm Semper.
Oh.
Unlucky.
Just uneventfulness all around there from Broder. They never had a hold on that middle. They never really did a whole lot. They tried, but that will be a full
Drop down
wipe here.
sniper, drop down sniper. Tech trying to pull it to Vic here.
The control point is being contested.
He's gonna go back, doesn't have the angle. Epsilon pushing under as they are quite prone to doing. Tech does escape, having dodged double rockets there, and this is the push I'm talking about. Epsilon Uber in, right side, 2 soldiers, and they use their demo man and both scouts to work the flank at the same time. Drawing the focus from Broder there, and actually getting frags in both fights. Oh,
Not gonna matter though. The big cleanup from the scouts here. Bibbin coming in for the double kill. Cookie got a solo as well. It's Walters and Nox alive. The health is not great on Broder, but they can heal that up as they push. Right now, the scout is rushing out lower. Miralyn has that full advantage now. They are at 100%. Spawns are gonna come just in time here to get forward. For Numlock, Shocky, and Mitzi, so they should be able to get some aggression here, maybe force out Miralyn. Zuber will see what their position is, where Epsilon decide to hold. There's a soldier in the window who's going to hit a nice rocket onto Bibbin here, tries to peek up and take him down. Here comes that Uber into Sawmill. Shocky is dead. Mitzi with the double from Zebasai. They're backing out across point, but the health is atrocious. There's a scout and demo man behind on the lower. Is Miralyn going to go down? No, Cookie comes in, cleans him up. Walters is dead as well. The only thing they lost was Zebasai. They're not going to get many forward spawns, just Shocky and Mitzi. It'll be a 5v4 push with Broder having heals. They should be able to force this off easily if they move quickly enough, especially with Epsilon holding this far back. But will Epsilon even give them the chance, or will they just jump straight onto them with this huge advantage?
yeah, these Ubers are working great for Broder, but right now it's up to Epsilon to try and make something happen. Broder's shown himself close here in the saw room. Nox is in position to push in, but he realizes there's a back cap on, has to go back and deal with the scout. He's going to heal up his own scouts to stack that battle in their favor. He knows he's got a lot of time, had a lot of time with this Uber advantage. Now it's only really 10 seconds as they push in here. Miralyn is surely going to get it with those sick dodging skills, and Epsilon are not overextending, just walking forward, not popping off at all. They know that that charge is coming in. Eventually it's popped off to save, but they've already got a player down there. Cookie goes down. He's just about to respawn. Sorry, Mitzi has gone down, and Epsilon decide to back out with no pocket in tow.
Yeah, and Epsilon will be down numbers here. Numlock is down health as well. They're trying to pressure the Sawmill. Numlock is having to back out. Walters is eating a ton as well, but Mike with the nice shots on the tech out of the window. He's going to drop on his other side as well. Mike is down to 17. Zeb on 30. Cookie's going to walk in and take down Walters there. So they do have that slight advantage right now because Mitzi is still coming back to the fight. He is just now arriving. We'll see if Broder's trying to get aggressive. They're going to flood every player in through this Sawmill side. A ton of damage coming up from Numlock. Mirlin not taking any of it, though, so their medic is healthy. Bibbin's going to die. Numlock is plus 4. The pipe is going to come from Rib. Mike and his medic trying to back out lower. Mike wants to jump this. He's getting buffed now with no demo. Broder at a significant advantage right now. Big direct here from Mike, though, will launch Zeb up to the sky, but his game better high ground. No! The flank from Walters takes down Mirlin. All of that advantage and aggression, but Cookie's going to run in on the low ground, try and block off what he can. Zebasine Cookie sold out there with Mirlin dead. It didn't do anything for them. This is 2-2. There are 14 and a half minutes to go, and Epsilon looked like they just retook middle with full Uber.
Yeah, Broder seemed to get a little bit fearless. As soon as Numlocked is down, they try and get really aggressive, but they just left a big gap there for Walters to just stroll on in and two-shot Mirlin. And he seems to be holding up his end of the bargain here. He's come in for Bash at short notice, and it looks like he's producing the goods, more or less.
It just felt like Broder got a little bit too inactive there as they pushed in through that far side. They sat around forever and gave Walters that chance to kill Mirlin. Speaking of chances, Mike is down here low ground. He has taken no damage, though. The Jukes managed to keep him and his medic safe. Bibbin goes down. No Uber was forced off until very late. It's into last on the left side. The big jump from Numlock. He eats one little rocket, but does a ton of damage. Took down Mirlin in the end. Numlock is getting focused here, but maybe not that great of a call from Broder as they have lost 5 players. It's just Rib alive on the low ground. We're down to 13 minutes. And that will make it 3-2 Epsilon. There is still plenty of time to go, but Broder just looking a little bit out of sorts, making some questionable team decisions, not committing as aggressively as you need to. You really can't afford passivity in this game.
Yeah, just great decision making again from Numlock. I know I'm always singing his praises, but he goes in there with just the dregs of an Uber. He doesn't jump into the medic or anything like that. He jumps up top, opens up the flank for his team, denies that strong high ground position from Broder. But we're on to another middle here anyway, and Numlocked, again, just sitting back, trying to do damage, trying to zone out those players. And it's going to be his soldiers who are instigating this. Counter jumps coming in here from the Epsilon soldiers, trying to work those Broder soldiers, but they just give up the high ground and allow them to sort of come into those scouts and just get chewed up by Cookie and Bibbin there.
And in the end of that, we saw Tech swung a meaty pain train into Numlock's face to take the demo and caller out of this fight. Epsilon aren't healing right now, so they are nowhere near Uber. Broder aren't going to realize that, but we are going to see Broder with a chance to push into last year with advantage. We're going to see instantly Walters onto Sniper, Mike onto Heavy, so Epsilon are ready for the long haul here. Tech spawn Sniper as well. Let's take over the Broder comms for a minute here.
They can house spy. Watch out.
Try underneath first.
Yeah.
So one scout help him. We need pressure lobby.
I'll help you.
Okay.
Are you watching door brown?
Come with me. Come,
I can
Malik,
watch.
come in lobby.
Maybe done.
Nice.
Nice.
Moving in left now. Uber through. We're in.
Same
Green.
plan.
I'm going
Go
below.
point somebody.
There, Uber.
Cut on left.
Soldier on me. On Rib.
Oh, hello.
Sorry, done.
So done.
Nice. Watch out, you can
I'm
do
not-
the
I'm
coverage.
demo.
Unlucky.
I'm down.
Spawning one.
That felt like just a bunch of miscoordination from Broder. Zebasai called for a very early Uber and then did a double jump that just left him alone in no man's land. Rib got separated from the combo, and he, Mirlin, and Zeb all went down there. It left them with nothing to fight for up against the Ubered Epsilon squad.
Yeah, like the obvious target for me there was to go for Numlocked, who was up on the little tower, but only Rib went for him and he just... Numlocked surfed out on his stick. He was watching his POV, pretty sick. But we're back into a middle here. Zebasai has gone down whilst trying to back off here and just keep his team in the game. They must know they're at a little bit of a disadvantage here. Numlock walking forward, trying to keep any aggressive Broder players out, but Broder have no intention of pushing right now. They're going to sit back with their sniper and wait for their soldier slash caller to respawn.
The Uber is getting very close here. Epsilon have no cap time. It's just a question of if Broder can maintain their health, maintain their numbers before Epsilon take this. They do have a sniper. He is going to go down there to the spam from Numlock. They have the Uber. They want to block this. They do so with Zebasai. He takes down Mike. Hits a ton of damage on Shocky as well. Shocky is down. Cookie and Tech dead, though. Zebasai is going to force a lot of multiing. I don't think Broder had to at all. Zebasai on the medic here. One rocket. A shotgun is coming out. Knocks Surfs to the health back. Nice little play from him. He's going to eat that sticky. Zebasai is down. A double kill from Rib here onto Walters as well. Numlock is on point aggressive. They've been contesting him. The shotgun coming out from Mitzi will take down Maryland as well. Mitzi is in behind. Numlock surfs up top to the balcony. Pistols out from Bibbin. Kill is going to go on a Mitzi. Here comes the jump from Tech. Will Numlock be able to get this? He is doing so much damage, stayed alive for so long. It will not happen. He goes down. And that means Nox gets the chance to spawn with Kritzkrieg if he so desires. But no, he will stay on Uber charge.
What a noob. Oh my.
The Prem insight of Kret Clan's Admirable. What a noob, eh?
I never run crits.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Just
the
drop
biggest
Ubers
noob.
instead.
I'm the Uber noob.
Well, we're going to see that it's actually even here because Broder is doing a better job of building so far. Nox had a slim advantage that was whittled away. Right now, we'll see that Broder actually have a man hiding in the grass. He's sneaking out under that pine tree. He is not quite a Christmas present. Look over at Tech's view to see where he's sitting, waiting for some people to come in through this low ground, which Epsilon have done several times so far. Meanwhile, Numlocked, his hiding spot in the middle is quite interesting as well, despite the fact that his very bright and noticeable parrot and smoking cigar kind of give him away.
And this outline around him as well, man. That makes him really easy to spot, but
If only
hopefully...
Broder could play with that.
They're going to work their way in through the balcony here. They're trying to take it slow. They realised maybe some of the previous Ubers were a little overzealous, but this soldier's Zebasai gets launched skyward. Eventually, Maryland pops off the charge, and this is a bad Uber. They surely know it, but it's a single Uber, so they have a full 8 seconds to get in and out. They might just force a bit of a meat grinder here. Ribs sitting here. The Uber fades for Epsilon. He should surely get the soldier if Zebo can turn around and clean up Mitzi. Oh wow.
That was just startling that happened. Broder got their entire combo caught out and lost Maryland instantly, but Epsilon with some indecision in that low ground. They all sat in that old tunnel. Rib was able to get a buttload of damage out. We'll see both medics spawn on Uber here. 8.5 minutes to go. Epsilon only have 3 alive. They get 2 late spawns. Mike's going to die in middle. Numlock trying to get in aggressive as well. They are contesting this very aggressively with heals. They have 2 scouts in the demo there. Broder have a full 6 up, but their health is atrocious. Zebasai's going to get caught out, extended, and die. Cookie, is he on the back half or is that his own too? It is his own too, sadly. I was expecting some clutch plays, some huge bombs coming in, but Ubers are even on both sides. Zebasai is dead. Broder should be able to regroup, reposition themselves, and to defend this, but Epsilon are now in the position where they can work away at this timer. Down to 7:45. They can sit here, they can make Broder push into them when they have great position and see what happens.
Yeah, I love that push in there from Epsilon, leading with that single scout and retaking the point, not showing any fear and forcing Broder out. This sticky trap is visible here from Numlock. I wonder if that's part of his plan. Does he want someone to step in there? No. It was just poorly placed. He does dead eventually, and he's done enough damage to make Broder think twice about just walking in here. He wants the single Uber. He's in position. He's quite far forward there. He does get that charge. Zebosai tried to go past Noxie, his body blocking him with aplomb, and he actually gets Mitzi on the flank, jumps up there, and somehow manages to get a frag out of that. Numlocked, and oh, Nox goes down. No, Maryland goes down as well. Wow, where is Nox? I'm terrible
Nox
at this
just
DGC.
ran out back to middle, looping around through lower right now. It's 3v3 here. The health is bad on Broder. Heals are up for Epsilon. They could re-push this, but the health packs are coming for Broder. They're scattering as well, so there's no real focus fire coming here. Nox will have a huge advantage, but look at this flank that might come from Tech. They have read it well, though. Has Mike. He jumped back, denied Tech. He's actually going to continue the aggression. Tech and Mike having the roamer battle. Tech is going to win it, and that's a very nice pick because Broder could push out of that before Nox gets his Uber up. And that is the kind of aggression that it seems like Broder need at this point. They have not been showing it so much so far. We'll see if Maryland spawn on Kritzkrieg. It looks like he is on that Uber there behind.
Sniper
They're playing
for
a
Cookie.
sniper. Yep, Cookie, formerly known as one of the greatest snipers in the game, has not done it so much in recent seasons, but we'll see what he can do sniping out of this balcony cheese area. We're actually going to take it over some Broder comms here as they defend against this Uber.
Scout through window.
Make it.
Nice.
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 We got 90.
Okay.
I'm pushing right.
Wait.
Let's go left, actually.
I don't have a
Stick.
shit. Don't stress
So
this.
left.
Going
Yeah.
left.
Can you help me in main left?
Yeah.
Bibbin, go with right side with someone.
Yeah,
Shut
I'm in window.
Go
Yeah, soldier
kitchen.
top.
Scout,
Move-
Yeah,
one
stick is
friend,
alright.
stop.
Stick is alright.
Solid scouting kitchen. Scout is weak.
Demo took
So
Demo took
which-
headshot.
Ubers.
He's going showroom.
So
I'm down.
done.
Scout
I
really
think-
weak in kitchen.
I'm top in mid. Rope, come to us.
Okay.
Go back.
We're
Better
on
go
point,
back.
guys. Start capping, guys. Start capping. Bibbin is on them.
Oh, they're on the
We
main.
need to
Main.
fall back. We have
Yeah,
two
we
down
have-
here.
Yeah.
Just
They have
jump.
advantage. They have advantage. They have advantage. Get out.
AC.
So the big body shot from Cookie takes down the medic. Does not quite work out as expected, however, because Mike and Walters were hiding in the kitchen, got a ton of damage on the Zebasai and took him down.
Yeah, right now Rib is trying to do big work to hold back this wave of blue players, but he's surely going to go down. He's just managed to survive on 10 HP at the minute, but I don't think he's going to make it to the med pack.
Oh, Cookie! What the hell? He walked into the fight. The first shot he took hit Nox square in the forehead. Medic down. Mike is going to go for the play. Is killed. Whew, holy shit.
And Rib survived as well. Numlock went down as well in that exchange. And Broder looking in a nice position here with that full Uber charge. And just about to cap CP3 here. Nox just respawns 40 seconds before he's going to have his charge back. He does opt to stick on that normal minigun. I think that's a wise decision. And there's still a sniper in play here for Broder. Epsilon are going to be wary of that. They're going to have to try and spot him out. And it'll be up to Mike really to pressure him, I think. There's also a scout working the underneath side as well. That's Walters.
Look at this Uber, the aggression. They're in lobby already. Zebasai trying to hunt what he can. There's a soldier caught out lower. Mitzi is down. Mike is maybe going to die as well. Zebasai with the shotgun cleanup. No Uber for Nox right now. That headshot from Cookie turns out to be enormous. There's 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Broder want to push this. The stickies are here. They clear them. The headshot's going to go on to Walters. Cookie is still alive. He is posted up on the back left. Numlock's in great spam. The second headshot from Cookie. He has been so impactful on sniper so far. He's down to 1 HP. Going to look for that scout. Tech is going to clean up. The heavy is out. He is going to go up against Cookie's sniping though. Cookie's on 1. If only they knew it. Finally comes to kill. Mirlan is running up through the lower. He has his demo man. Nox has his Uber, but Epsilon up on their last. Are going to try and push to do something here. Mike's going to go for the big plan on the medic. Knows he can't quite get in through 4 players. Backs it up. Might rotate around through Saw here. That's exactly what he's doing. Mike might be making a huge game-deciding play. Going to drop down and find nothing to really shoot at. Mirlan has delayed this long enough. He might actually get his Uber. Cookie is staying on the sniper here. He's going to peek in through the sawmill right now. Spots out that scout. Can't get the shot. He's going to have to back it up. The Uber should come very shortly from Numlock through the sawmill.
Honestly, man, do you want to Uber here? You're winning 3-2. They've got a sniper. You're going to have to pop to get in there. And I think this is just exactly the right decision from Epsilon. They're going to back off here and force Broder to push into them. With that sniper in play, it really falls onto Cookie to hit those headshots. Or else they're going to be missing some damage with that 1 scout deficit. And Tech is going to have to juke it out here with Walters, who eats 1 rocket and then backs off immediately. He does get just killed by a
oh my
Hail
god,
Mary
the
there.
angle. Cookie just hit a huge headshot on a Mitzi, like the weirdest angle I've ever seen. That might be enough for them to push off of. Broder moving in on the low ground here. They're going to pop early. Double soldier Uber. Numlock's taking a ton of damage. Multi's coming out from both sides. The late kill is going to come on a Bib. And where is Cookie right now? He could clean up at the end of this fight, but no, they have lost Rib. Cookie's in on the low ground by himself. Do they even know he's going to pop off a shot onto the soldier and back it up? Tech is dead. Cookie's going to run for his life. And you see it, you called it, lacking the damage of that sniper. If he doesn't do much in the Uber versus Uber exchange, he's not really going to have any impact on the fight. He needs to get headshots and big ones. He will go for some miracle plays, some big aggression here, but gets taken down. And that means that even Uber, 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. This soldier might get caught out though. Rib got a ton of spam on him. Can they finish him off? No. Mike escapes on 22. Epsilon are moving into the low ground right now. Shockey's going to run straight to point. The aggression, Numlocked and Mitzi moving in, spamming them back in the lobby. The health is atrocious. Neither Rib nor Zebasai healed. There is a scout in behind as well as a soldier. Tech. Is that Cookie who made it in behind? Is that even a scout behind? Yeah, it is. He's in cheesy. Eats it direct from Mike, though. The combat is coming. The combatants, excuse me, is coming from Broder right now. They force the Uber off in lobby. Bivin cleans up the back-capping scout attempt, but they're going to lose Rib. They're going to lose Tech. They are down 3 players. Epsilon have 5. Epsilon right now with 140 to go, and Broder looking in a very bad situation. Numlock wants to move. He's got those stickies charged up. He's going to fire the first one towards the combo, getting some damage on them. The big bomb is going to come. Mirlan is separated. No heals on the combo right now. Mirlan gets caught against the wall. Numlock is down, but sorry, Mirlan is up beside the combo. Is dead. 1 minute 30 to go. Mike drops him on the point. The cap is so close. Here comes Rib. Can he clutch it? The medic is alone in the valley. Where is Walters? He is late into the fight. They take down Nox in the end. Is Walters going to go for this? No, he stays. He's hiding in lobby. You can see your shadow through the wall there, Walters, but I don't know if he really cares too much.
He must have heard you, DGC. He's gonna back off, and that was a clutch defense there from Broder. I mean, it looked pretty dire for them. Every point they were fighting on, they were always man down. Epsilon seemed to maintain this man advantage at all times, and I think they got a little bit lucky. Those Snakewater respawns are infamous. That heavy weapons guy just coming in the nick of time. But
right,
now
Admirable.
it's 50 seconds.
45 seconds to go. Mirlan's on crits, but no, the sticky shot's going to take down Zebasai and Rib instantly. They have 4 players. They have to go. Tech is going to die as well. They're just holding down W. Mirlan saw the Uber saw. There is nothing coming of this. Bivin is going to be in on the kitchen, gets taken down. Cookie ran in as well on the combo. It's not going to happen. There was so little time left, down to 30 seconds. Epsilon have held so valiantly. They have won this grand finals for the 70,000th season in a row. It feels like the umpteenth time. 20 seconds to go. Epsilon takes second, and that pretty much is GG.
DGC, I was just about to get so hyped up there for an amazing Broder comeback. Some sensational casting, but a little bit of an anticlimax. Just 8 seconds remaining on the clock as Zebasai joins us and Mumble and then goes back. I think the STV delay coming into play there, but there's some humiliation frags coming in. Walters onto Bibbin. Amazing 3-2 DJC. Will we get the logs this time? That's what I'm wondering.
And we have Zebasai here for an interview. So if you guys have questions that you want to have answered for Zebasai, start firing them off now. Hopefully our moderators, our good moderators, will be passing on the good ones to me. In the meantime, I just want to say, Zeb, even though you guys lost, that was a brilliant series. That was amazing to watch.
Yeah, it was a fun game. It doesn't, like, even if we lost, I think we proved a point, you know, Epsilon can be beaten. No one ever took a map from them, so it was good.
Yeah, that's 2 seasons in a row they went without losing a map, and in the grand finals you came up and you got a map win. It was amazing. You almost got a second. You played very well on Snakewater. In the warm-up you guys played against BFF, you looked very unconfident on Snakewater. You did not seem to be firing on all cylinders. I heard some nervousness in your voices. What changed from that warm-up game as you went into the match?
Well, I knew what Epsilon was doing, and I didn't know what BFF was doing. And versus BFF, we still tried to counter Epsilon just to practice it. But, you know, it wasn't Epsilon, so it didn't work.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys prepared for Epsilon, not BFF. So I'm trying to think back to some of the clutch moments there. In that, you had one push where you went into the kitchen. Walters and Mike were there. The Uber wasn't popped on you. You guys lost a lot as you pushed in. Do you really think that if you had stayed alive, you guys could have won that? I think it was the last push you guys got that was clean into middle, where you got dropped in the kitchen.
I think we used crits then, didn't we? So nothing. There wasn't much more you could do. Okay, well, I don't remember the situation, but
yeah,
I think the last one really where me and Rip died to the sticky trap, but we had to hurry so much. So
yeah, that one was just how it had to be. Not much you could do about that. Pagan is gonna ask, why did you push out without the medic at last point, and also your teammates were behind? I'm not sure what round that refers to, but why did you push out without the medic at last point, and also your teammates were behind?
I don't remember the situation at all. Like, I can't answer that question.
You guys gotta give us some information. Here's something that's actually interesting. We went over to your comms a lot since we had the ability to. Mr. Munex asks, Zebo, a lot of silence in your guys' comms. Do you reckon you should have had more of a coherent plan for each map, or did you just counter Epsilon's plans naturally without calming too much?
Well, like, our team is silent, like, in general. I pretty much do the calling and then the other guys call what they kill. It's not much calling really from our team. That's how we always play. It's just chilled.
Yeah, you guys held it together so well, like very, very well the entire time. Every time we went over to your comms, you guys were very relaxed, very chill. It was really amazing to hear. A lot of teams are being very pressured, very nervous, very worried at those moments. Right now, we have Turin asking, do you guys want to switch to the NA rules fully? If you're not aware, Zeb, the NA rules are first to 5 wins a map. There's a 30-minute timer for each half. You play one map twice a week. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it was either Greg or an admin that asked me what I think about it, and I said, yeah, I'm up for doing that. Like, yeah, you need to practice less, like, the maps. You can focus on one map per week, and that's good.
Yeah. Cube TF2 is going to ask, Zebasai, are Broder staying together for next season plus I-49?
Yeah, we're definitely staying together, but we I'm not sure we can go to I-49. Like, none of us have the money. I think Rib and Bibben can pay their way, perhaps Cookie, but the rest of us don't have the money. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, that's fair. Couple more coming in. At one point we went over to your comms and all we heard was someone say kill them all, and then you guys wiped them. Why did that work so well?
I don't know. Maybe, like, we're just in the game. Like, we're screaming. I don't know.
You weren't even screaming. I don't think we ever heard you scream. The worst we heard was one time we heard Miralyn go, when he died on last. That was about it. You guys are probably the most, especially compared to Epsilon. Epsilon's calls get very frenetic with Nox and Numlock screaming at everybody. You guys are just very quiet, relaxed. I think that's a large part of why you guys are able to do so well against a team like Epsilon.
Yeah, we have like Scandinavian players, like in general, and then Tech from France can't speak that well English, and Marlon is a Russian, so. But like the British guys, they just scream and panic all the time, so I think that's good for us. We have only Scandinavians.
Tom Scronis asks, what was the comms when Miralyn killed Walters on process? And I'm sure you guys know about that because we went to your comms as Miralyn was bragging about it during the between maps.
Yeah, well, we didn't notice it during the game. Like, no, he didn't call anything. Yeah, I accidentally moved Mumble. He didn't say anything during the game, but he bragged about it afterwards.
Yeah, that's fair. Just looking through, scanning what we have in the chat here. Getting some comments on Steam here. Pagan asking once again, how do you feel about the loss? Did you think your team played well overall?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, of course it would be better with a win, but I think we did really well, and no one was really mad about it. Like, even off the ground, we all said good game. Like, unlucky we lost, but it's still fine.
You weren't
Yeah,
mad? Were you going into this game expecting to lose? Mike said it in his interview that he thinks people are just scared of Epsilon. Do you have that fear?
No, like, we always try to win, but, you know, Epsilon's a good team. They've played longer than us, so
But
I
you
think
know,
we need
in the back of your mind, are you scared? Do you think when you play against Epsilon, oh shit, my microphone, we're not gonna win?
Nah, we're not scared at all. Like, we just play the game as any other team.
I'm
Perhaps
terrified.
we don't take as many risks. Like, Cookie maybe doesn't go berserk and kill them all, whereas Epsilon, because that won't work. We just play more stable, I guess.
Well, I didn't see who asked this. Train84 says, is Broder going to be keening it up more for next season? You guys going to work on strategies and stuff? You going to put more time in? Or are you pretty content with how this season you're going to build off of what momentum you had here?
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't really watched any demos or anything together. We don't do that. We went over strats once, and we still use them. So I don't think we're gonna we're still gonna play. And I think like if we just play together, then teamwork will build up and it will work better. The strats aren't really that important. Just how well you work as a team, doing them.
That's something that a lot of teams don't really think as much about. They think they have to get these set strategies in, these set plays from middle. You guys are just trying to come together as 6 people, which is so important. Mocha from teamfortress.tv asks, are there certain unlocks you want or do not want to see in next season? Or do you want to go back to the old vanilla rules? What have you thought about the changes, and what do you think should happen in the future with unlocks?
I don't think they should add any unlocks. Like, the unlocks that are now is fine. Perhaps fan direct hate, those kind of unlocks, but like they will just, like if you play a mix or pickup, people just troll, and in game they won't be used, so there's no point to put them in. Perhaps the fan, because I don't think it's OP anymore, and if some guys like it, let them use it.
Acid Renix just got so happy inside, getting that tingling feeling as you said that. The chat seems to have dried up with most of its questions, so I will say a few things really quick and then let you get some shoutouts.
I've got a question.
Okay.
From Ips. He says it's a very serious question, so in case they fold, can we get Miralyn? Please ask him, please.
No, Marlon won't go anywhere.
He wanted
think
to
he
join
likes
us as
it.
Scout whenever he thought Tavik was going to get banned, so...
I wasn't serious.
Oh, he was serious, man. He was so keen. I was like, yes, please, can we trial you? But...
Right when I
Result.
tell people that I'm going to shut the questions off, I get interesting questions. Atmo wants to know if you plan to get an MGO sponsor like TCM or Dignitas. Are you in contact with anyone, Zeb?
We definitely want a sponsor, but no, we haven't contacted anyone. I'll most likely start now, because otherwise we won't be able to go to LAN. So that's what we're going to try to do now.
And Zambo on IRC actually hunting me down to ask me, how did Zebo feel being denied by Epsi during their pushes? A lot of Broder pushes happened with you dead, Zeb, and that was a recurring theme. You would go down, and then Broder would have to push without you, and you're the voice, you're the leader. How do you think you guys did dealing with that?
I think like in the beginning of the season I could do pretty much anything. People weren't used to me taking all the Ubers, but now people just focus me down really. But I can still call pretty well, like I can just spec everyone. So perhaps it works better because I can just lead the team with specking them.
And it's very fair. Is the Broder roster going to be the same for Season 15, says Train84?
Yeah, I asked everyone and no one is quitting. We're taking a 3-week break now, and then I think the week 1 starts. And then we'll just start playing with the same roster. No one is quitting.
That is very good news to hear. And with that, with your amazing performance today with this great Grand Finals for Season 14, powered by Twitch for ETF2L, I think we can call it a night. We'll give some shout-outs. We have a few things we need to talk about before we go, of course. but I'll start with my shout-outs. Thank you to Admirable for being my lovable co-caster as always. Thank you to huhy for doing the camera work tonight. Thank you to Zebasai, Rib, Bibbin, Tech, Mirlin, and the dude I'm missing, Cookie,
The noob.
the Broder, for allowing us to use their team comms tonight, because that worked out very well. It was very well received by the chat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Zeb for coming here for this interview. Thank you to Epsilon for their participation. Numlocked, Mike, Mitzi, Knox, Walters, and Shocky, Stefan, whatever his name is. Thank you guys so much for putting on an amazing show for us and making this so good. Thank you to ETF2L for putting on this season. Thank you to Cube 3D for that Radeon HD 7850 giveaway. Thank you to Twitch TV for the sponsorship of ETF2L Season 14. Thank you to Docs from Crack Clan and the Crack Clan organization as a whole for allowing us the use of their services for tonight. Thank you to Tvik for running the Mumblebot. And I think that's all my shoutouts. What do you have to say, Admirable?
Fuck the police.
Alrighty. Any shoutouts, Zeb?
Nah, I got no shoutouts.
Alright, well, thank you for being here. We have one more thing we want to say before we go, guys. If you are interested in seeing some more high-quality TF2, if you want to see some North American European action, we are running a donation drive for I-49, the I-Series land that is coming up this August, in the end of August. You can find information about that over at i49.tf2. That will direct you to the Indiegogo campaign we have going. You can find all about it there. You can head on over to teamfortress.tv if you want to ask anything else or ask any questions or find even more information. I did see that Blackout Gaming, aka Russian Goyevich, was responsible for donating about 1,400 American dollars to that fund so far. That dude's a little bit crazy. Just a little bit. Why don't you send some of that money like my way, Russian? Come on.
That's the good kind of crazy.
That's a great kind of crazy. So make sure you guys check that out if you're interested at all in seeing more of what you saw today. Thank you guys so much for being with us, and we will see you next season, I guess, or maybe we'll have some show matches for you for some ETF2L or Euro rather 6v6. But we'll keep you updated. Check out teamfortress.tv for our continuing schedule of casted matches. Good night, folks.